today. Still, I think those are not representable lap times yet. 56.3, I think that's the first actual representative lap time, as my goddamn phone will not show me the goddamn live stream because it's slow as hell and I do not have any Wi-Fi up here, but still. Fresh rush out of the pits. This is actually the first of two races tonight. We have a main and well, this is not the main because we have a short one and a main one. That's how I'm putting it. I don't know if it's correct or anything. DJ Phil not quite on the pace with a 2-minute lap time as he slides around, so I hope he can continue to improve as long as this session lasts, with still 4 minutes on the clock, so some drivers still have time to put in a lap time, as Smokey is still in the pits, Richie is out, Jim Gunn is out, and he's also still in the pits. I think the first representable lap times are pulling in with Aussie on top with 5/10 to Thomas, who has 1/10 to DJ Phil. So DJ Phil actually really on point tonight, closing in on the first position driver, in this case Aussie, as my phone still won't load the goddamn. Just load. Do what you're supposed to do. Connor about 5 seconds off the time, as GM Girl really puts in a stonking lap time, 1:44.2. That's insane pace. What, almost 2 seconds faster than Aussie. How will get Richie? Richie was also really close to GM Girl. He has not put a lap time in. This is gonna be a one-sided race if GM Girl continues this pace. You know that Mecca has a lot of grunt and power, but on this track you have two really big straights, but one and a half. That thing has to be set up really good. Also running qualifying leader, so but Aussie is not. Thomas 40. DJ Phil is running, as he puts it on second, almost a second away from GM Girl, but still, that's a really good lap from DJ Phil. If he can continue this pace in the race, I'm sure he will make great gains in the races, and he will be on for a very good result. Aussie not on an improvement. Fresh tries 22 seconds. I think this is his first representable lap time, with Smokey right behind him. So let's see if he can, when he gets on the line, and he put still in 6th, as I think that's Richie 1 second behind. Oh, this is gonna be a one-sided race. GM Girl does not make any mistakes. This is gonna be a really one-sided race. Finally I have it up. It took way too long. I'm sorry for everybody involved, or everybody that did not did commentate, I cannot see, as Richie is on an improvement actually, but he's catching up to the back of Fresh Drives, who's way off the pace actually. Well, everybody is now out. Andy is also out, as he runs a little bit wide out of the last corner, but he still has time for another lap. But I think we're gonna see the last times pull in, as Andy goes fastest by quite a margin on Gym Girl. Half a second again. He has pulled 1.5 seconds on DJ Phil, who is on an improvement as he runs a little bit wide. No, that's not gonna be a fast lap for sure anymore. CMC, I think he's a stand-in, isn't he? I don't know actually, but he is putting quite a spectacle with 1/10 behind DJ Phil and in 4th place, so he's denying Richie as he finished. Richie is in 6th. He could not improve on his lap time. Ozzy is even further back, not on an improvement also. Thomas crosses the line 2.8 seconds behind the fastest lap in Andy. Is Andy still on an improvement? Jamical is staying in, so I don't think. No, he can definitely not improve anymore, but I think he did not expect Andy to be this fast, because half a second is a lot. DJ Phil over the line, if he can get. No, he does not improve, I think, or he does not gain a position. Smokey on 3rd actually, he got in front of DJ Phil. The BMWs are actually quite good at this track, as Andy pulls into the pit lane. Is somebody still on a lap? Connor, no? Who is on a lap? I saw somebody driving. Oh, it was, I don't know actually who it was, but oh, it was Andy. But your grid order for tonight's first race is Andy on pole position, Jam Girl 2nd, Smokey 3rd, DJ Phil 4th, CMC 5th, Richie 6th, Ozzy 7th, Thomas 8th, Fresh Drive 9 after such a good result at the last race, and Connor your last position, rounding out the grid, that's how you call it. But I think that's gonna be a huge ass battle between Andy and D. This is not supposed to happen, I think. Or is it? I don't know actually. But time is ticking away on my screen. But I think they are still preparing for their setups. Because, well, some were running qualifying liters, so they need to add on, because otherwise they are not gonna make it. But this is gonna be a reverse grid from the standings, I believe. And then, do we have a main race? I don't know actually. I was saying good luck guys, have a great night. I wish you all the same, because this is gonna be a great night, and I hope for Emma watching, she's gonna have a great night watching, because she's rooting on Ozzy, but she's almost rooting on everybody, because she is such a lovely person, I'm gonna say, because she is supporting everybody on this grid. We've got actually quite a mixed grid, with a Cadillac, a BMW, a Porsche, a BMW, another Porsche, a Merc, a Aston, another Cadillac, and then a Ginetta and a Ferrari. Ferrari is not chosen this much this season. It's actually the favor goes out to the BMW, I think, with two of them lining up on the grid, but actually the Cadillac and the Porsche also have 2. DJ Phil, the only one in the Ginetta, along with Fresh Drives, the only one in the Ferrari. As we are about to start, I think this is gonna be a reverse grid. Or at least I hope so, because I need to know. As Sebastian Gonzalez. I am Dutch, but this is a English league, so I need to commentate English. So actually, before we go, I need to watch my comments. Alright, it's only Connor. We have 2 persons watching on the Twitch stream, and we have 5 people watching on 7 now. It's only adding up right now, but we have Connor in pole position for this race, so this is gonna be a reverse grid from the standings for sure. Smokey second, Thomas third, DJ Phil fourth, Andy in fifth. Where did he gain those points then? Was it the first race? First race of the last last week? I don't know actually, but he is in fifth, so he's not that far behind. Richie in sixth, Fresh Drive in seventh, Ozzy in eighth, with some great results last week. CMC in ninth, and GM Girl in 10th. CMC. Is he a competitor? I don't know actually, but he is in 9th, and GMCL is not looking to overtake him for positions, so I'm quite sure that he's then actually a driver in this season. I need to print out those standings, so I can be sure of myself and not talk you in nonsense. Not talk nonsense. I hope this microphone is now good, because last week, as Connor Boylan, actually, I think he went for it. The race has started with Connor first. Is there anybody lining up a move? No, I think they all did not expect it. And Connor got away free as Smokey goes up in the inside and Connor runs wide. As Thomas also goes in front of him, so we have already got a little bit of a fight. Andy has jumped. Oh, I think, who is it? DJ Phil. DJ Phil went backwards and got overtaken by Andy and Richie as Connor is falling back. Yeah, I think he's letting everybody through. I don't think because of pace, but maybe it is. I don't know actually. But Smokey is now in third, followed by Thomas. Then Andy already in third from fifth or sixth, I believe. Oh, sixth was Richie. So Andy coming from fifth already gained 2 positions. As Thomas spins it already. Oh, don't ram into. Alright, keep it clean. As Thomas just loses, it's a shame for him, because he was in such a great position for the race. But Andy is now up to second, and Smokey is now in first. Smokey has 2 seconds to Andy. If Smokey can keep the pace high, maybe he can extend it, or I don't know. But Andy has some stonking pace in that BM, already taking half a second out of, no, almost a second actually, because yeah, almost a second, and he just pulled 1 second in 2 corners. That's insane. But Richie is trying to keep up, followed by GT Phil. But where is GM Girl? GM Girl is making his or her way up the field, and is now in 7th from 10th as Connor has binned it into the last corner. That's not how you want to start your race. Thomas with huge damage for sure, so he's not gonna be in a position to make any gains. As fresh drives, he's already 16 seconds behind Thomas, so that's not a great start from him. But Smokey keep actually, I told you that Andy almost pulled a second, but I think I was over exaggerating, because it's only, well, the gap is almost the same at 2 seconds, so I don't think Smokey is that slow and Andy that fast, because he's not gaining actually, as I see fresh drives just running wide a little bit. But this pack is very close to each other, so I'm gonna watch this pack for a bit. But Connor already 22 seconds behind. That's not how he wants to start off this race, for sure. But we have got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost a 5. Oh, Smokey has binned it. Smokey is now in 8th, so he has binned it, and Andy is up into the lead, followed by Richie, followed by DJ Phil, as I see Smokey binned it again. Smokey after running first for our lap, he is already, he's down into 8th position with damage, I think, because he is smashed into the wall. But Thomas is actually really close to him right now, so they are gonna have a little bit of a scrap, I think. But Andy is now, he just needs to keep the pace high, and he can be assured of a victory. Don't want to curse him yet, because last race or past week he did not have the best results, but now he's in first with almost 3 seconds to Richie, who cannot keep up because Andy has pulled a little bit more than 1 second over Richie over the last lap. So Andy is considerably faster than Richie. I think only GMGO was matching his pace, but also half a second slower than him. Ooh, I think Andy's gonna run away with this one. I don't want to curse him, I actually want him to be good, but oh, come on, cameraman, please. Thank you. Richie is still closely followed by DJ Phil, who has some great pace in that Ginetta today. Aussie and CMC really close to each other, with GMGO following right closely behind, and behind him is Fresh Drives. As Fresh Drive spins, oh no! But the field has already spread out so much, and now Fresh Drive has binned it, so this is gonna be one really far apart. Everybody's gonna be, as Andy has just picked up a penalty for some reason. I don't know how big it is, but he has got one. As Smokey has fallen even further behind. This is not the start of this, well, race weekend or evening, I want to say. Already almost 1 minute behind Andy, but Andy has got a penalty. That's not great for him. It depends on how big his penalty is. But if his penalty is 1 second, he does not have to worry, because Richie cannot keep up. He was once again almost a second slower than Andy. Have we got, I think these two are really close together. Aussie and GMGO are now fighting for 5th. And I'm now, because CMC is now just pulling away a little bit. He has now got a gap of around a second, a little bit more than a second actually, to Aussie. So he's just pulling away from those two who are fighting now. But do we have got something exciting to look at? These two are fighting. Thomas and Fresh Drives are actually battling now, as Fresh Drive dives down the inside of him. Oh, a little bit of a twitch. Thomas keeping it around the outside, actually. Great great driving from Thomas. This corner in particular, with the little kink when you go down, you go up for a long time, then you go down and the grip just pulls away from you. It's a tricky little corner. I think that's why Fresh Drive spun there last time. But Andy is actually Richie gained on him this lap in 1:45.9, and Andy with a 1:46.1. It's not much, but it's still 2/10. But I don't think he's gonna have the same gains on him this lap, because Andy has pulled out again. He's pulling out once again. That's how you say it. Sorry if I'm repeating my words a lot of times, but I'm not great at commentating yet, so I'm still learning. But CMC is actually closing up a little bit on DJ Phil, as CMC just spun it. CMC has spun it into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th corner. I don't know what its name is, but it's the 10th corner. And that's a shame, because he was running 4th and was catching. But Ozzy now in 4th position. We'll be looking at a great result once again. Maybe if he can grab a 3rd position this evening, if if the person in front makes a mistake. Andy once again in 1:45.4. Andy having some stonking pace in that BMW, and he's pulling away with around a second a lap to Richie and DJ Phil. DJ Phil actually being a little bit quicker this lap than Richie. Having some great pace in that Ginetta. Ozzy in 1:47.1, so he's way off the pace this lap. Same with GM Girl, because they're also around the same, even slower than Ozzy at 1:47.7. CMC with that, yeah, he spun, so that does not tell anything. Thomas in 7th, with Fresh Drive a long way behind. I think Fresh Drive has spun it this lap once again with a 2:02. So sure of that one. Connor 1:51.9. Not quite on the pace yet, but he can make it work in that Porsche. He can be fast sometimes. I'm sure of that. I think if he trains just a little bit more and get some good setups and good time in the Porsche, I think he can work his way up to midfield for sure. Smokey not far behind him, but at 1:40. Jesus Christ, that's a fast lap time. 1:45.3, matching, or he's even faster than Andy right now. Because of he spun a little bit of but the damage is not holding him back. He is right on pace. So the BMW, I think Fresh Drive has spun it once again, didn't he? Or not? Well, CMC has definitely spun it, because now he's turning into the pit lane. He has got massive damage on the front of that car. As you can see, the bonnet is just hanging on by hinges as he slams into the wall. That's not a great way to enter the pit lane, but can't say anything about it. Ozzy is gaining on DJ Phil, but DJ Phil having a horrific lap time. 1:47.7. Well off pace of what is usual 1:46s, low 46s. But and he's still maintaining a gap. I actually really want to know what his penalty is. It is a 1 second penalty, so it's not much, but it can hurt him in the long run. If Richie catches up once again, he is in a lot of trouble. the field has now spread out. Only Ozzy and GM Girl are really close to each other, but GM Girl is just not attacking that much, I think. Because every time I look at them, he's just staking behind as Ozzy runs a little bit wide. Now defending GM Girl ram, yeah, taps, I want to say ram because that's what it looks like on my screen, but just shunts into the back of Ozzy, giving him a little nudge. Did Ozzy brake check him? I don't think so, as GM Girl runs wide. This is gonna hinder their progress in the race, catching up to DJ Phil. Thomas now in 6th. I think I hear CMC. CMC is moving again. He has repaired his damage, but he is a long way off the race lead, and I don't think he's gonna make it. I just think he's gonna drive this race out, because he's almost a lap behind Knife and Ave, as Fresh as just pulls around the outside or inside, I believe. I did not quite notice because I was looking at the timing board. But he got past. Oh no! Fresh Drive spun as Connor did almost the same thing, I believe, but then the opposite way. But Fresh Drive not having his race tonight, and that's a shame. After his really good results last time around, he had some stunking pace in the little Ferrari. Let's hope if he can get on it in the main event. Smokey now in 7th, still almost not matching, but still really fast among the midfield. With Andy now putting, I think this is a personal best for sure. He's not yet in the 45s, but he's really close with a 45.0. So he is almost matching his qualifying pace. Ozzy and GM are still duking it out for 4th. They are now, I don't think catching, but they are now on equal pace as DJ Phil. Ozzy has pulled a little bit of a gap, as he is on an improvement. And GM Colau is... What's he doing? Oh god damn it, my voice is already going away. And not much has changed, but it's only Ozzy and GM that is duking it out for 4th, and the other persons are just too much spread out. I can talk a little bit about them, but I don't know what for. This is a compromising position, but only 2 minutes left on the clock. I think this is gonna be the last lap. No, maybe one more lap if Andy gets on with it. Yeah, it depends. If Andy puts in a solid lap time, it's gonna be one more lap. I think it's gonna be really close actually, but Andy 2 seconds of his personal best. He must have had a slowdown or something along the lines. GM goes still on the back of Ozzy Albi, who has just put in a personal best of a 45.9, so he's having some great pace. But GM Goal not his fastest lap, but keeping up with Ozzy Albi. Thomas, let's see what time he has got in him, and it's gonna be a 47.7, not quite on the pace of the likes as Ozzy Albi and DJ Phil, let alone Andy, but he has now put a really solid lap time in. Smokey off the pace also a little bit. His bumper is hanging on by just a few screws. The completely left side of it is just hanging loose, so he must have hit a wall or something along the lines. along the lines like that. And Connor also having a bit of damage on the Porsche. Well, a lot of damage actually. But we see Andy right behind them, having the race of his life, because he has pulled almost 10 seconds to Richie. A well-deserved P1 for the guy waiting for the timer to slow down as he can finish. A well done to Andy, flashing his lights before the race ends. Richie coming home in second, with DJ Phil in the Ginetta. A solid job from him, pulling in third. Giamco actually got in front of Ozzy making a mistake I think in the last lap with a 47.5, so he must have made a mistake or got past. I did not actually notice, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, mate. As Thomas pulls in for a 6th position finish, and 1 minute behind him is Smokey, as Connor Boylan just disconnected. We have lost 2 people actually. Who we miss? We missed, well, Smokey is still in it. CMC, Thomas is also here. Who else has pulled out? I actually need to look. Who has pulled out? Fresh drives have pulled out, and Jingle, Thomas, Mucky, Connor has pulled out also. So 2 disconnections this race. I hope this. Fresh drives retired, and I already forgot his name. Jesus Christ. And I don't care. But 2 people retire, so that's not great. That's not what you want to see. But we're gonna be back in 5 minutes time. See you then.
Not on that big thing, mate.
Who pulled out actually? Fresh drives retired, and
I think Fresh drives.
Oh, okay. I'm actually losing my voice already. No, but that's not good. You don't need to laugh. Why should you be concerned? It's my voice, not yours. But
I don't think I'm looking the plot.
But you can change it later, right?
Yeah, I'm changing it.
Actually, DJ Phil with really great pace in the Ginetta. Did not expect that.
I tried to catch up to him, but I couldn't.
Yeah, what happened in the last lap, mate? GM got in front of you.
I did a little whoopsie into one of the corners.
Shame. I didn't catch it actually.
Yeah, no, he went a little bit wide and touched the grass a little bit.
Well done to keep on to it, but yeah, still a shame.
This seems to be everybody's favourite track, and they seem to be going quicker than me.
No, Andy is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, this track suits me better a lot. Even
But then you can say what you want. You really did a solid job.
Yeah, I kept it on the track, that's amazing. Well, mainly. Except for the last bit. Whoops.
oh guys, 10-minute quality.
Isn't it meant to be 22, that's right.
The 1.5 compared to the first race is 70.
But Andy, can you next time maybe give a warning? Because it was like, your life, goodbye. I was just like, I don't know, I did not expect any of it. Alright, okay. Now I can prepare myself a little bit, because you just join a party. Yeah, it was really funny. I just started the party. I was just still munching a bit. And you just popped in, said your life, and you just popped out. And I was like,
I jumped in the party channel. Right, you're live. And then I fucked off out of it.
and I was like, I was 5 seconds. I was stunned, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm actually live. I need to commentate now. Oh, thank you.
Let's fire it up.
I'm gonna head back into the party. You say when I'm live. are live again. Once again, I did not get a notification actually from Andy that we're live, but we are. So I'm gonna commentate once again. DJ Phil after a stunning first race in a third position, so great result for him. Fresh drive, not the result that he would have wanted with a retirement because of, I think, damage and a lot of little spins and mishaps. CMC also, I think he did quite alright for a stand-in, just had some minor mistakes, but he will clear that up this race for sure. Smokey, I think he will be trying to reach for the top because he had some great pace, only a few mistakes hindered him in the first race. Let's see what he can get up to this time around. Richie, a solid second place, but now from a reverse grid start. Let's see where he can end up. GM Girl taking P4 from Ozzy on the last lap after a little mishap from Ozzy. I heard from him, so it's nice to have some people behind the scenes that can help you out sometimes, who can say, oh, this and that happened, so that's nice. I need to just adjust my speedo map, split standings, so I can adjust it. So solid job from GM Girl with a fourth position this time after some dominance last race. Connor Boylan, not the beginning of this evening that he would have wanted, with a, I think, I need to be sure of myself right now, but I think an 8th position. Yeah, 8th position, then fresh drives, and then I think, who was it? No, not Thomas, not Ozzy, not Andy. DJ, no. I actually don't know who else pulled out. I don't know actually. But Thomas after a 7th position, so he's gonna be starting 3rd or 2nd this time around. Let's see where he can end up. He has got some good pace in that Cadillac. He only needs to put it down after he runs a little bit wide onto the curb, a little twitch, but not too major. Ozzy with a solid P5. He will be starting in the midst of it all. And I think he will be hoping for a podium ending, or for a podium position this race. With his standing position and everything, I think he would have a great chance for it. Andy, after some dominance, will be starting last or 9th, I believe, because somebody disconnected. And first drive for sure did retire, but I don't know how that works actually, so I'm just gonna see for myself. But Andy will be for sure be at the back of the grid, so let's see where he can end up. But we know he has got some pace, as Smokey just spun it into the last corner, so that's not great. I hope it's not the side we will see a lot this race, because we know he has got some pace, but he just needs some consistency into it. As Richie puts in the fastest lap, so that's actually really nice. A 44.6. I think that's pretty close from Andy's qualifying lap last time around. So Richie for sure on pace this time around, and I think he will be aiming for another podium this time. Andy only 1/10 behind him. Thomas 3rd with 3/10 behind him, with a 1:45 dead. So that's a solid lap time in the Cadillac. I don't know how it drives, but it's not oftenly chosen and not and Wencho's not that fast, but he is making it work. GM Girl with a 145.4. We know it can go a lot faster, so let's see where it ends up. I don't know, GM Girl, is she, he? I don't actually goddamn know. Because GM GRLL. I'm not gonna complain, that's a solid ass lap time. That's 0.02 of a second faster than Richie, so it's not a lot as Andy gets within 0.08 of a second. The top 3 is within 1/10. And GM is starting at the front of both of them, so if GM gets a solid start, that's gonna be a great chance for GM Girl, but it's gonna be Andy followed by Richie, followed by DJ Phil, that was it. DJ Phil was third last race. Then GM Girl. I don't goddamn know. I'm just debating with myself about the name GM Grill. I'm sorry. Ozzy with the 147.5. We know he can go faster in that car. But Ozzy is a person to look out for as the race continues on with consistency. Others making mistakes and Ozzy just continuing on like a locomotive on rails. That's for sure. As we can see, last race only one minor mistake in the last lap, but furthermore very consistent. Connor a 157. So not the best lap time from him, but we know he can improve as time goes on. Fresh drive for the 2 minutes. That's not a representable lap time, I think. DJ Phil still needs to put a lap in, and CMC is just casually waiting, having a cup of tea. GM actually knocks and oh wait, no, it's still the same. What am I saying? I thought GM put in another lap. I'm actually gonna mute myself for a few seconds to check for audio quality. This is gonna be a little bit of a test, so let's see how it ends up. Yeah, still horrific, I think, because it still sounds like my mic is into my mouth, but it's not that bad. Well, let's see how this goes then. I've got my mouth literally almost... I've got my microphone almost the exact opposite way as it's supposed to go, so I hope this will be better. If not, I'm really sorry. We're gonna be stuck with it, and sorry for the first race because it sounds like an aquarium. And you're now gonna hear a little bit of the stream because I need to still as it's supposed to go, so I hope this will be all super loud. Why? Stop it, please. Audio sharing settings. I cannot change it, can I? No, I cannot change it actually, so you're gonna be stuck with it for now. Yeah, I can really not change it, can I? Output to headphones, no. Adjust microphone level. This can help. Yes, now it's better. So I'm not gonna be this loud, but this is what you're gonna end up with. I have changed my microphone, I hope it's better, and I just enjoy the Motive Racing GT3 Championship at Watkins Glen. How does Andy say it? Andy can say it really fast. www.motive.com for more racing like this. And you can join our Discord, I think in the comments below, or in the in down below. You can find it for sure, and you can race with these people, because we still need people for the GT3s, because we're only at 10 people right now and 2 have pulled out, so there is room if you want to. You can have fun with these guys. It's a little bit too late if you want to go for the championship, but you can still have a lot of fun with it, as we're now syncing to get it started all. To get it all started, that's the correct pronunciation, that's it. As we're racing actually, Andy, with a great getaway. Yes, why is Thomas in the lead for on my screen? None better. Thomas is the hell. Janko following Thomas, followed by Richie, followed by Smokey, followed by DJ Phil, followed by Ozzy actually got in front of DJ Phil. Smokey putting on pressure on Richie. This is gonna be hectic for the first lap. First drive in 6th, CMC in 7th, DJ Phil not started he would have wanted in 8th right now. Connor in 9th, Andy in 2nd now, he's 10th on my screen, but that's not supposed. Thomas got in front and is now actually leading with a 1 second gap to Jinko. So where the hell is Andy in 10th? What the hell is going on? It's gonna... This is a really close gap. It's GMCO followed by Richie, followed by Smokey, followed by Ozzy, followed by Fresh Drive. Ozzy really putting pressure on Smokey for that position. Smokey is really close on Richie, so these three are having a little scrabbled around. I think Ozzy's gonna pull a move. So Richie now got a little bit of a cushion down to Smokey. Ozzy really putting Smokey under pressure as Giamco to spun. Giamco has spun. Oh, what a shame. Oh god, what's happening there? Can I please just see what happened as Connor got collected. Connor got collected by Giamco. Oh, this is not the start that Giamco has would have wanted. Giamco immediately going for damage repairs and into the pits, but he has taken a huge dent into his lap time. So this is not the start that he would have wanted. Connor also not having the... Smokey has also binned it into the first corner. Is now putting has got pressure from behind from Connor, and he's still in last place on my screen. Thomas pulling away, actually. Thomas having great pace in the beginning of these few laps, so he's really got that Cadillac to work. But what's happening to Andy? Andy is in 10th position still, as GM now pulls out of the pits. No, 2 minutes, that's a little... 32 seconds. 32 seconds behind the leaders. So he's way back down. Richie followed by Fresh Drive, followed by Ozzy. Ozzy got overtaken by Fresh Drives. So did Ozzy make a mistake or has Fresh Drives actually got a great pace now? Again, has Fresh Drives just a little bit of slide. That's not good for the tires, mate. Or is it? Maybe he can work with it. But Ozzy now right behind Fresh Drives, followed by DJ Phil. A little bit of a distance between DJ Phil and Ozzy, around 2 seconds. DJ Phil having 4 seconds to CMC, followed by Smokey as Richie pulls into the pit lane. Let's see where he ends up. If he ends up, I think he's gonna end up around 10 seconds in front of GM Girl. Around that? I don't know actually. Why is Andy still in last position for me? He's 1 minute 33 seconds behind Thomas. Thomas actually having tremendous pace at 45.3. So he has really made his Cadillac shine in the first couple of laps. He's pulled 5 seconds to Fresh Drives already. Where's Connor gonna end up? Connor has just pulled into the pits. Oh no, this is Connor. This is Connor. Richie has already left. Connor has already left. Oh god damn. The two Porsches just having me. I just switched up the two Porsches. Richie having, like I said, around 10 seconds to GM Girl. So GM Girl is now 10 seconds behind. A little bit more than 10 seconds, but around 10 seconds is he behind the net leader, and that in the way of Thomas in the Cadillac, and he's still in last position on my screen with 3 minutes 37. So you say that cannot be right. Is this a glitch in the system or? And he pulls into the pits, thinking about defending Richie. The Fresh Drives also pulling into the pit lane, releasing Ozzy. Ozzy now 6 seconds behind Thomas. Thomas with a 146.2, so he has dropped the pace a little bit. Ozzy with a 146.8, not far behind. DJ Phil with a 147.5. Still around 2-3 seconds behind Ozzy. Smokey 6 seconds behind DJ Phil. CMC has spun it again as Andy pulls out of the pit lane, still in 10th position. This can't be right. As Andy just hits the wall a little bit. This is just frustrating me because Andy is not supposed to be last. But it says on my screen that I don't know. And I should not be putting up the time board. But Rich now being, I don't think he's your net leader because Thomas is actually pulling away a little bit. It's having a flowing gap. It's now around 30 seconds. It was 29 seconds. But Thomas hands down got the pace right now because he's pulling away from Ozzy like a madman. This is gonna be a fast lap for sure. 46.3, not as fast as Andy. He's 1 second off his pace, or off the pace he had 3 laps ago. So is he slowing down to conserve his tires, or is he slowing down because he cannot go any faster anymore? Has he used up his tires already? But we're seeing 41 liters, 46, 77 from DJ Phil, so he has got enough fuel for, I think, another 10 laps for sure. CMC pulling into the pit lane along with Fresh Drive. Fresh Drive has already pitted, I believe, but now it's for damage repairs. So that's not the way he would have wanted to start this. If we see Giamco now going over the finish line, 43 seconds behind. So Thomas is actually pulling gap to all of these people. Andy is your net. If it's not Richie, then Andy would be your, I want to say, net leader, but he is in 10th position for me. So that ain't right for sure. I think he's now in 2nd. Or in that 2nd. Fresh I've got a penalty, I think, for speeding in the pit lane. So he definitely got 10 seconds of penalty. I'm gonna look actually, yeah, 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. But we see Giamco now running in 6th, followed by Richie in 5th. Or yeah, Richie is in front of Giamco. But these Smokey, DJ Phil, Ozzy and Thomas still need to pit. As Ozzy is making mistakes, I believe. As Ozzy pulls into the pits. Ozzy must have made a mistake because he was around 7 seconds behind and now it was suddenly 9. So he must have made a little bit of a mistake somewhere around the last lap. But Richie now, well, not comfortably, but he is pushing. He's trying to get the gap to go down as Thomas once again in the 145.5s. So it's not about tires, he was just conserving them for another lap. Thomas now being on pace, on point for the main event. 48 liters. Is it low? No, actually it's not low. Connor is the one who was low on fuel, but for 31 liters. I know that Porsche does not. Oh, it does conserve a lot of fuel, but not that much. I think 31. It's cutting it close for sure. CMC 39. Fresh Drives also with 31 liters. And Andy with 45 liters. Andy, why are you in the last place, mate? That does not seem right. But I think your net leader is still Thomas with 42 seconds almost to Richie. Richie not quite on the pace as Thomas. Thomas pulls into the pits. This is gonna be one important ass pit stop. Because if Thomas screws this one up, he's gonna be behind Richie, and Richie's gonna defend for his life if he gets in front. Passes, Smokey is spun it, and he comes around as they bang wheels a little bit. It's not the cleanest way to let somebody pass, but as Thomas comes to the end of the pit lane, he is released. As Andy comes around the first corner, he's not far behind. It's really frustrating me that I constantly need to go to the 9th or 10th position because Andy is there. Like that. But why is it? Did he jump the start or something? As you gotta drive through. He's got nothing. It's just. Andy is 1/10 up his fastest, and his fastest was a 154. I don't know, 145 maybe. 155, sorry. Yeah, I said it correctly, 154. Okay, 145. God damn it, Maik. Get your life together. But Andy is catching up to the back of Thomas. Thomas actually got a penalty. So if and he stays within 1 second of him, for sure he's gonna gain that position. So, and he's gonna be rest assured that he has a bigger chance right now if my timings are playing games with me, because hell no, that's correct. As he just taps the wall a little bit right there. Don't think he's got much damage. Smokey now in 6th. He has already pitted. GM Girl running also in 6th. Ozzy has pitted, I believe, and he is behind Richie by around 7 seconds. It's actually cutting it close between DJ Phil and Ozzy. If DJ Phil will come in this lap, he will be for sure. He will be in front of GMCO, but will he jump Ozzy too? I don't think he will. Oh, that's too far. As Connor Boylan just disconnected, he did not want to continue. As Fresh Eyes once again goes into the pit. This is gonna be his 3rd or 4th time, I think. As we see CMC pulling up onto him into the first corner, running wide a little bit. That's gonna be a slowdown, I think. Ozzy still in 4th, Thomas in 1st. Hey, fine. Thomas, oh, I'm sorry. Andy following Thomas. They are almost on the same lap time. So 55.1 from Thomas and the 155. That does not sound correct. Well, with the pit stop, yeah, 147.7. That's actually the actual lap time from Thomas, and Andy has gained a lot, 145.0. So if timings are correct, Andy is catching up, and he is in 2nd place right now. If my timing bot is just playing games with me, I think. Smokey in 6th still. GM Girl on a fastest lap right now at 45.7. So he is catching Ozzy really quickly right now. Ozzy is not quite gaining on Richie, but Thomas still leading the way in a net lead. DJ Phil is the only one that still needs to pit. I think if DJ Phil pits now, he's gonna end up behind GM Girl, maybe in front, but then he really needs to put in the effort for it. But a really solid job in Ginetta for him with a first podium last race. As I believe I saw Andy there just going a little bit wide. Not huge, but just enough to lift off and steer a bit more. If I saw that correctly, that is. Jimco still just driving their own race. Ozzy doing the same in 4th position. Jimco is catching up. Richie in 3rd. Ooh, really close to the wall there actually. But Thomas just... Where's Andy? Oh, Andy is fallen. Andy is fallen back, or has Thomas just... Thomas has just put in a massive lap time, a 144.7. That's almost qualifying pace. Or well, that is qualifying. I think that's qualifying pace for sure. Not far from it. So Thomas back into the pace he was at the start, pulling away from Andy right now. As we see a GM girl now. see how the track is changing with the darkness settling in a little bit. But Thomas now coming up to the back of DJ Phil. And DJ Phil having not the worst race, but if he pits now, he's gonna end up in 5th position. Or 6th position, I think it's gonna be 6th position, because my board is still playing games with me at the time, at this moment. 45.2 from Thomas and a 45.1 from Andy. Andy matching Thomas a little bit right now, but not quite catching him. What is the penalty? 2 seconds from Thomas. No. Want to do that, please. CMC in 7, Smokey in 6. DJ Phil now pitting in. I think he's gonna end up. He's in there for a long time. Even Smokey gets past him. That's not great. What has happened to DJ Phil? How much damage has he got? He's way behind. His pit stop was nearly 20 seconds slower than the usual pit stop of 28 seconds. How long was his pit stop? Well, we're gonna see now, but he must have had some damage repairs here. 1 minute. He had a pit stop of 1 minute. That's huge. How's he still in front of GM Girl? Richie 15 seconds behind Thomas, Andy in between them, but my board is still playing games with me at this moment. Andy now with a 145.5 and Thomas. Oh, as Andy spins it! Andy binned it into the first corner. Oh, they're taking a bit too much risks. Thomas with a 144.5, and he must have got frustrated at the fact that he was not catching Thomas. He was pushing like hell. Oh, what a shame. I hope he can still keep in front of Richie, but Richie is catching up really quickly now on the straights, and he for sure has got some damage at the front of the car, maybe even some suspension damage. So this, as we see, CMC has spun it. CMC has spun it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th corner, I believe. I am not sure, but he has spun it. As the dark is now really settling in, as DJ Phil goes over the curb, hits the wall a little bit. GM Girl now really on the back of Aussie Albi, as we're gonna go onto the roof of him. You can really see that the sun is settling in. Darkness is taking over as we're on lap 12 of 17, so we still have got 4 laps to go. 67. How's Andy holding up? But we're gonna watch this battle for a moment, because I'm gonna switch to Andy. Andy's followed by Richie. Richie is not far away. And Smokey Devil is disconnected also. So we have to fall out this race once again. Fresh Drive still driving, but yeah, way off the pace. He's 2 minutes 23. He must. How many laps will he be down? 2-3 laps. I think I can calculate actually. 145. 2:15. Yeah, he's 2 laps behind. The Smokey has joined once again, but it's too late. He's out of the race already. As Richie and Andy are now battling for second position, I think, because my timing board is still playing games with me. God damn it! Just load up and tell me where Andy is, because hell no, he's in 7th. Ozzy has pulled a little bit of a gap to GM Grill, I'm gonna say that for now. With a huge gap, almost 30 seconds to DJ Phil. CMC even further behind with 41 seconds. Not 41, he's around also 30 seconds behind DJ Phil. And this is just not right, this is not correct, because he's fighting for second place with Richie right now. So we're gonna watch on board with Richie actually on the roof, and you can see the difference in angle. There's a flash of the light from Richie trying to say, let me pass, I've got more pace than you, I think. But Andy is not giving up this one. As Richie dives down the inside, and as we're gonna watch on track side, as he got in front, he has got in front. A flash of the lights once again, maybe a thank you or something in that manner. Ozzy and Giemko still battling away. Around 30 seconds behind Louis Thomas. Thomas, you could say what you want. Oh god damn it. Solid job from him. Once again in the 44s. He's consistent at it too. He's just pulling away with an average of around 3 seconds a lap right now to Richie. That's mad. And at the beginning I said the Cadillac was not fast. Those were just pushed back. As Giemko actually got in front of Ozzy, I just missed the overtake, but he has got in front. Can maybe Ozzy fight back a little bit? As you see there, CMC, he needs to move out of the way of these two battling. I don't think Ozzy can keep up with Giemko with pace. Actually, I don't know. We need to watch this battle because it's heating up here. As Thomas is on the back straight, Richie is in. He is now crossed the finish line from the end. Giemko now crosses the finish line. Followed by Ozzy. DJ Phil is now. Oh, he's here. Oh, good news. Oh, sorry for my yawning and everything. Bit of a rough day. Andy in 6th. This is not right. Right? I don't know. But I'm gonna see with the end results. But if he's in 6th, something just does not seem right. Did he jump the start or something? Yeah, that's penalty. If that's the case. But Giemko is slowly pulling away a little bit from Ozzy. Ozzy has kept GM Drill behind him a long time, but now once GM Drill got in front, he's now just pulling a gap a little bit. As Thomas still extending his gap, an average of 2 seconds a lap if you see it 144s once again. 145.5, so solid job. He's still pulling around. What is it? 1.5 seconds a lap from Richie. So this has been a really one-sided main race. Let's see, 146.1. So he has pulled half a second, has Thomas. Still He has 23 seconds. He can mess up some things and he will still be in front. DJ Phil on a personal best. Andy in... Yeah, but that front end damage is really hurting him on the straights for sure. As I think... No, he has not got... Has he been passed? No. No, GM and Nazi are still behind him. By a long way actually. Nothing really exciting. GM Grill is just pulling a gap to Aussie, so no, not worth watching him. Fresh off with an amazing debut race last week, and now with a horrific second race, or second evening, I guess you can say so. First race a lot of spins, and now this with a lot of damage on its front end. Not the evening that he would have wanted. CFC had jumped and really did great in the first race, but just falling back due to minor mistakes, and the same here actually. Just some minor spins, and yeah, you're just at the back of the grid. Andy, yeah, he's supposed to be in third place, I believe, but timing board is still playing jokes on me, just laughing my ass. Just laughing his ass out because I'm still confused why Andy's in 6th or was in last for the majority of this race. DJ Phil 5th, solid race from him. Couple of minor mistakes, but not too bad. He's 1 minute and 12 seconds behind Thomas. Aussie 34 seconds behind Thomas. With GM Grill not far in front of him. So these two actually really close for the first race and now really close for the second race, but GM got passed around 2 laps ago. So they are actually on their final lap, so I need to watch out for Thomas as he crosses the line in the Cadillac. It's really solid evening from Thomas this evening. And a well-deserved victory. Fresh drive with 52 seconds of penalties. Jesus Christ. Either way, Thomas crosses, goes past the last corner and crosses the line in first position with 25 seconds ahead of Richie. A flash of the lights, a well-deserved win from him. As we are gonna watch Richie now going into the last second to last corner. Shift down, oh no, not even, yeah, shift down into third to cross the finish line in second. No flash of light from him, but well-deserved P2 for him. As Andy now, I think he's in third, I don't know actually, but the flash of the light from GM either way, and the flash of the light from Aussie, well deserved third, or fourth and fifth place from both of them respectively. But now I need to talk my way because DJ Phil is still a long way from the finish line. But Fresh Drive is gonna cross it first before him, and as CMC just pulls out of the pit lane for damage repairs, I think, something along the lines of that. But Fresh Drive crosses the line in 7th place, and it's points on the board either way. After a disappointing first race, another disappointing second race this evening for him. Not the evening that he would have wanted, but it's points either way. As DJ Phil actually crossed the finish line, I just missed it. Sorry. Who needs to finish then? We have got... Yeah, I think the only one was CMC that actually needed to cross the finish line. But thank you for watching. These are the end results. So actually on my screen Andy is in 6th. So I don't know. I really don't know, but Thomas in first, Richie in second, Jungle in third, Ozzy in fourth, DJ Phil in fifth, Andy in sixth, Fresh Drive in seventh, and Simsy in eighth. That's the end result. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Touring championship on Thursday, and then next week on Monday we have the Clio Cup, and then it's already GT3s. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.